Hello, my name is Robert Young. I'm the franchisor for Jim's Handyman. That means that I recruit new franchisees and I support the existing ones, and I drive the marketing. So I run the Google, I run the Facebook in New Zealand. I'm 53. I've got two lovely young daughters, so I'm not going anywhere. Very much a family man, and see this business as an extension of that family. Don't get me wrong, we also operate as cousins, and because we all help each other, but we're not in each other's pockets. And that's a really important facet of what we're doing. The main thing I help with existing franchisees is making sure there's enough leads. And one of the things that Jim's Handyman has in place is pay-for-work guarantee. And one of the nice things about the system is that pay-for-work guarantee is something you need, which means I'm not generating enough leads, actually comes from me. So I pay-for-work guarantee, and I'm the one responsible for making sure you get enough leads. So that's an example of the nice balance in the system. And my main role here after I've been working in trading businesses since 2006 is to bring all that business experience, because often a lot of our guys are very tradie orientated. They've got the business acumen, but not necessarily a lot of experience or any of running their own business. So they've got someone that they can call anytime, call on, meet every 6 weeks, that's run several businesses. And, you can't beat experience. You go to someone with the experience and you learn from that. And a lot of the guys save a lot of money and make a lot more money because they've got people like me mentoring. Okay, so often we get asked questions, especially online, why do I need a franchise? So I can just do it myself. So I thought it might be good to just lay down why you do it. So even talking to the existing handymen, even the people who are successful as handymen, we know that it's very difficult to scale. It's very difficult to have any sort of predictability, and you're basically just a super busy guy going around being a handyman, and that's all you'll ever be. And the great weakness in that as well is that when you finish, you'll have very little to sell because you are the business. So what you do is you come into Jim's, and the first thing you do by buying a territory is you build in a future value. So if I'm someone buying your business after 10 years, to buy your independent business, I'm basically buying your customer list, where I may get some more, there'll be more work coming from, but that's all I'm getting. So that's probably tens of thousands. Now, if you own Jim's Ponsonby, for example, Jim's Handyman Ponsonby, or anywhere in Auckland or anywhere in the country, it really doesn't make any difference. When you step out of the business after 10 years, Jim's is still here, the leads are still coming, the training is still happening. We can even finance them into it. I actually sell the businesses for the guys for them, so we have a built-in business brokerage as well. And you get a multiple of earnings for that business. Instead of just a few tens, you get proper money for it, like you would for any other business, because when you step out of the business, Jim's is still here, lower the risk, greatly increase the value. Yep, so the reason I should consider one of them is the value of their business when they exit. Another one is the ability to scale. I watched one of my best friends try and do this for 20 years, exceptional handyman, an effective business person. His wife was fully invested as the administrator of the business, and he still couldn't scale. All he would do is create more opposition for himself. And also, every time he took someone on, there was a great and difficult growth period of trying to keep them busy and yourself and not reduce your own income. Well, the key with Jim's is there's always new business coming in. It's very predictable. And because there's so many, like in Auckland, for example, there's hundreds of leads come in every month. So this month, how many leads do you need to make sure your new employee is busy? Oh, I'll just take 20 this month. I'll take 40 this month, just to keep. So you can bring people on and have them busy. So that gives you the ability to scale. And that's really rare if you're an independent. Very few people. In fact, I can't really think of anyone who's been an independent and managed to scale. And I've got guys that are scaling already, knocking on the door of half a dozen team members in their business after 12 months. So because the system enables that growth. And once again, when you exit, that scale is when you're really going to enjoy the capital-free, therefore tax-free money that you make on exit. So another benefit of being with the franchise is we don't seem to get a problem with debtors. I know very well that independents have a lot of trouble with collecting money. And I think when you're an independent sole trader, people just go, I'll pay you next month, or I'll pay you when I feel like it, or they pick on a little complaint and they live on that and won't pay you. And this is extremely frustrating. Even very high quality handymen that are out there that are independents, have this as a big problem. And each year, it's costing them 10 to 20 grand of bad debts. Now, we don't seem to have that problem. But this is not really by anything too special we're doing. People just treat us as a corporation and they pay. And they're free and reasonable. And when we have a complaint, I get involved and really dig into it. So we don't leave, we have the time and resources to go back to the customer and sort them out. When you're an independent, you've got to deal with all that yourself. You're burning more hours. So one of the other key facets of having a franchise is not only do we offer a premium service and enable you to give a premium service and therefore attract a premium rate per hour. We enable you to bill more hours per week. Therefore, as a challenge to any independent, there's no way an independent guy is making more money than my people. Can't happen, because there's a whole chunk of their business they don't have to do. So they can focus on being out there, being billable, more per hour, more hours per week billed, and the ability to scale and replicate that with their staff as well. So another facet of it, which is a bit more of a soft facet, people, you can't really monetize it, but the other guys tell me it's really important to them, and that's the ability to bounce things off the rest of the team members. So when you go to training, for instance, you're on training with gyms with at least another 100 people starting that journey. When you come on board, in New Zealand, we have around 20 businesses now, and that's 20 other business owners that are on the same journey as you, but they might be 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, or up to 18 months ahead of you. But we're all on the journey together, and every time everyone's learning lessons or finding something that works or having a problem, we get to share it, so we all don't have to make that mistake, for example. And being able to bounce things off each other and being in a team that you can call on, and we have 6 weekly meetings where we all get together and share our best ideas and share what's going on. The guys really say that it's a big thing. That, and being able to truly control their own diary, because we're on fixed fees. They can, what they do in their diary and when they work and when they don't work and how much they work is entirely up to them. So you're in a team, but you own your own business and you own it. And every year you put into it, you own the relationships, you own the reputation, you own the customers you've helped. It's, you're not beholden to what the boss thinks about you now. And I sure as hell don't become your new boss. I'm here to support you, not tell you what to do. So even the language we use, we suggest, we recommend, we know this works, but it's up to the individual business owner to make his own decisions. So the independent guys often worry that they're going to be taking on some sort of new boss if they come with us. It's quite the opposite. So gyms has been around for 30 years, as we know. They've been in New Zealand for 20 of those years, and the call centre has been servicing this country for 20 years. That's an important point. Now, cleaning came about 10 years ago. Test and tag started about, I think it was 4 years ago, and there's other divisions like Handyman and fencing and painting coming this year. So we're introducing these new divisions, because in Australia, you ring the free number for everything you need done in your house. At the moment in New Zealand, people still know us a little bit as the mowing people. But as these new divisions are growing, we're basically 18 months into a 5-year project to have the same occur in New Zealand. So if you want a guaranteed quote, you want a proper warranty, you want backup, you can just call gyms. You want a fair price, basically a supplier you can trust. You can call the 0800 454 654. We can clean your dog, clean your house, mow your lawn, fix your roof, whatever you need doing. You just call that 0800 number. You'll quickly get a result. You'll quickly get a quote, and you can get the job done. Easy.
Well, all of them.
Yeah, all divisions should be here. Why not? I mean, if you think about it from the customer's point of view, what I want to be able to do is call the 0800 454 654 and get whatever I want done. I don't want to be told, oh, we don't do that. I just want to call that 0800 number and know where I'm going to get. No, I'm going to get a guaranteed quote. No, I'm going to get a warranty fund. No, I'm going to get a professional. No, there's not a random person sitting up to my house. There's a person with a company behind them that I can contact if I have any issues. That's important, especially for a lot of the customers we have, older people. They're very risk adverse, and we really bring the risk down on inviting a stranger into your house often. Who is this person? Well, often you don't know, but with us, there's a whole company behind them. They've been vetted, they're police checked, and they're all fully insured. Yeah. So at gyms, we have a pay-for-work guarantee system, which again is a very nicely balanced system. I'm responsible for generating enough leads and making sure you've got enough work. And if I fail to do that, particularly when you start, then you're going to have pay-for-work guarantee. And we don't give away money for doing nothing. We're not going to pay you to sit on your backside, but we will pay to promote and grow your business. I don't know if any other business in New Zealand certainly doesn't do this. We actually pay you and support you so you can create that initial momentum. Saying that, I think in 2 years so far, we've had a couple of weeks here and there, particularly, for instance, when we first opened in Hamilton, he needed a little bit of support because Hamilton's a bit of a tough nut to crack. But very quickly we did. And it's not really necessary generally, but it's good for you to know when you join that it's there. So some people think, I'll owe these fees. Well, you won't, because we pay for work guarantee, or you'll be making way more than that, and therefore you're happy to pay the fees. So the risk is very much carried by us, not by the new franchisee. So if you'd like to know more about Jim's Handyman, you can call 0800 454 654 or jimshandyman.co.nz and tell us who you are, what your dreams are. I'll be calling you back very quickly, and we can talk about how our business can work for you and how you can work for us.